Well, we've been talking about the historic congressional hearings on UFOs. My next guest is the former Navy pilot who testified at that hearing earlier this week. Ryan Graves joins me now. Ryan, good to see you. Did the witnesses this week say things that corresponded to your experience?
Some of them did, yes. Commander Fravor's experiences that he had in the Navy, both with what he interacted with and also how his interactions were received by his colleagues, were very similar to my experiences. Mr. Grush's experiences with classified programs and things of that nature is not my personal experience.
In what way does it differ?
Well, Mr. Grush was assigned to the UAP task force, and the UAP task force was stood up in response to reports from pilots seeing things in the airspace that they couldn't explain. Through the course of Mr. Grush's investigation, he came across various pieces of information and witnesses and other whistleblowers that he's then testified before Congress for in Wednesday's hearing.
Now, he was the one, correct me if I'm wrong, but he was the one who actually talked about beings from outer space, that there may have remains of the extraterrestrial beings that were flying these spacecraft. Is that right?
He did use the word biologics. He stated biologics were recovered in some of these crashes.
What do you think about that, Ryan?
That's a big claim. And again, that's not my personal experience, but he seemed very confident that he could provide various pieces of evidence to Congress in a closed session, and Congress seemed very interested in receiving that information. So I would suggest it's now in Congress's hands, or will be soon, in order to be transparent with the American people on this.
Now, he also claimed, of course, that they had some pieces of the spacecrafts themselves. Now, your experience, you had a lot of flying experience. Your experience with watching these things, did they do stuff that is absolutely impossible for any spacecraft on Earth to do?
Well, we don't have an explanation for how they're behaving that way. We would see objects with no wings, no exhaust coming out, no obvious propulsion signs, and yet they'd still be able to stay completely stationary in very high winds, Category 4 hurricane winds,
Wow.
or accelerate then to Mach 2. And these are spherical objects, very non-aerodynamic shapes. I'm a former mechanical and aerospace engineer before I joined the Navy. That's not the shape you make a supersonic aircraft out of. So yes, we don't know what they are. We don't know how they're performing, and they're doing it all day, exhibiting very aggressive and high energy maneuvers.
They also, a lot of times you see them over water, and some people say that they actually go in the water as well. Did you see any experience have any experience of that?
That's what we call trans-medium behavior. So object going from, say, space to air or air to water. The F-18 is not equipped with sensors to be able to accurately or cleanly see that transition. We would see objects near the water, and then perhaps they would be gone. But to say what they actually happened during that transition, we just don't have the tools to do that. About 90% of our operations when we're doing air combat is what we call beyond visual range. We're utilizing a suite of various sensors in order to correlate targets and to prosecute them.
Incredible stuff. I hope it all comes out. I think that the public deserves to see all this. Ryan, great to see you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.